So what's the biggest animal you think you could knock out with a single punch? A lion? A tiger? A mom joke? Maybe. We'll see. But why is this important? It's not, but neither is the fact that pandas eat bamboo for 14 hours a day, but here you are, so let's dive in. First off, let me clarify. Punching an animal is obviously a horrible idea, because it'll get you cancelled faster than being a Diddy supporter. But for science, let's suspend ethics for like 3 minutes, alright? Cool? Cool. The two answers we need are, 1. How hard can we punch on average? Because the key to knocking something out is force. Because you need to deliver enough kinetic energy to jiggle that little brain around like jello being slapped. According to one study, the average amateur karate punch clocks in at about 100 to 150 joules. But since most of us are below average in this department, we'll cut that in half and call it a good 50. But don't feel bad, it's better than being below average somewhere else, am I right? Anyways, from my time on TikTok watching random idiots mess with the wrong people, anecdotally speaking, most of us have the strength to be a one-punch man if we're lucky enough. So from this TikTok research, a power of 50 is adequate enough to knock someone out. And since humans vary so drastically from the just born preteen queen bee to the universal spanning waistline of your mama, we'll exclude humans. Animals though, don't vary quite as much as a mama joke, but their skulls still differ quite a bit. So the second question we need answered is, how thick and dense are their skulls? To compare, the average human skull is around 6 to 10 millimeters thick, depending on where on the skull you measure. That will be the baseline. Any thicker and you'll have no chance. So this excludes moose, bears, elephants, kangaroos, cows, all gone. Punching these animals will yield the same results as punching a brick wall, except punching these animals will get PETA up your ass for decades. Now, the closest relatives to humans are chimpanzees, and they average 150 pounds with a smaller skull. However, they combat this by having much more muscle mass. Pound for pound, chimps are 1.5 times stronger than humans, and probably have the neck muscles to not flinch from an average human punch, as the average human only weighs about 135 pounds. But take this with a grain of salt, because obviously America skews this average higher. But I guess it balances out with the averages of the starving countries. So this number is probably pretty accurate at the end of the day. But since I'm starving too, throw this video a like and subscribe for more poorly researched nonsense. Now, what about a dog? Unfortunately, or fortunately, there's no research or data on if we can take out man's best friend with one punch, even though there are so many dogs out there, and just as many crap people out there. But I guess humans are inherently good after all. Dogs do have thicker skulls and much more muscle mass in their heads than humans, and since being punched in the chin is the best way to turn someone into a bogglehead, jaw strength is the only number we can really compare here. Humans have a bite force of around 140 psi. A German Shepherd has around 265 psi, roughly double our strength. They can grow up to roughly 90 pounds, so using my bullshit internet maths, we would need roughly double the strength of an average person to knock out a German Shepherd with one punch, which is definitely doable, but not for the average person. However, we can scale this down. The average person could probably one punch a dog less than 50 pounds if they really wanted to. Except for a pug. Those bastards were bred from humans smashing their heads in with a frying pan. And if they can survive 15 years of breathing like this, they can survive anything. Thanks, Sam. So what about goats? Well, as a rule of thumb, you probably shouldn't try this against anything that fights with its head. So I won't even bother. That's like playing Bloody Knuckles, and no one ever has fun playing Bloody Knuckles. What about sheep? Well, that might work. Sheep have very similar skulls to us in porosity, thickness, and curvature. They also weigh anywhere from 100 to 400 pounds, but most of it is elsewhere, so And since their skulls are so similar to ours, if you land the perfect punch in the perfect spot with the perfect technique on the perfect size sheep, you could probably knock it out in one punch. But you would have to live with the fact that you knocked out this little guy. And can you really live with that? Anyways, it's a good thing America doesn't have gun laws, as you never know when a medium-sized chimp will be out to get ya. And on that note, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye bye.